concentrate on the equal time interval, alright? So equal time interval, the name itself is telling us that yes, the time is going to be constant here. Okay, let's understand it with an example, alright? So a person is there, alright? Okay, let it not be like this. A person is there, he's covering equal time intervals, okay, but with different speed. So if right now he's going to cover with the speed of s1, then he's going to cover a distance of d1, alright? But with the speed of s2, he's going to cover a distance of d2. Alright, makes sense? But here the time is constant. Suppose, let's consider a question one, right? So yeah, let's consider this question, alright? A man travels for 5 hours 15 minutes. If he covers the first half duration of the entire journey at 60 km per hour and the rest at 100 km per hour, find the total distance travelled by him. This is the exact instance of what we'll be studying, alright? So the first half duration of the journey is 60 km per hour. So right now S1 is given to be as 60. Okay, and the rest at 100 km per hour. S2 is known to be as 100 km per hour. What should we find? We should find the total distance. But before everything, right, you must calculate the average speed. So how do you calculate the speed average? We know speed average is equal to what? Total distance by total time. So what is the total distance here? Distance is nothing but d1 and d2. But you know you need not write it as in form of d1 and d2. We know that speed is equal to distance by time. So distance can be written in the form of speed into time. Alright. So s1 into t by 2. Can I write it of this form? Similarly, for the other distance d2, I can write it as s2 into t by 2. Fine. So the total time is equal to what? First half duration is t by 2. Second half is t by 2. So total duration is t by 2 plus t by 2. So this the entire thing, right? It can be written as s1 plus s2 the whole into t by 2 divided by t by 2 plus t by 2 will become what? T, right? So the entire t gets cancelled. So the formula will be s1 plus s2 by 2. So let's generalize it, alright? So right now if you generalize that formula, right now the time duration is divided by 2. So the S average will be equivalent to S1 plus S2 by 2. But suppose that it is not in this format, but rather it is divided into different time intervals like this t by n. This is another t by n interval, this is another t by n intervals, and there are n intervals actually present, alright? Then at that instant, S average will be S1, but this is speed S1, S2, S3, so on till Sn, alright? At that instant, the S average is going to be S1 plus S2 plus so on till Sn divided by n. So this is for time interval. So if the time is divided by n equivalent intervals, then the S average can be written as S1 plus S2 plus S3 so on till Sn divided by n, where n is what? The number of parts, the entire time is divided into, okay? So now let's try to solve this question, okay? So, yes. Let's look at this question. A man travels for 5 hours 15 minutes. If you notice when the entire time is given, t is given to be as 5 hours 15 minutes. Just write down whatever is given. If he covers the first half duration of the journey 60 km per hour and the rest at 100 km per hour, then two different speeds are given for you for different interval. So if it's different interval, you have to calculate for equal time interval the average speed. Alright. So how do you calculate the S average? Very simple. Right now we study the formula. It's S1 plus S2 by 2 in this case because it's first half of the journey. First half is going to be 60 and the second half is going to be 100. So it is only two parts. So S1 plus S2 by 2, which is nothing but what? 60 plus 100 by 2, which is 160 by 2, which is 80 km per hour. Alright, yes. So find the total distance travelled by him. What is the distance formula? We know that speed is equal to distance by time. Distance is equal to speed into time. So direct application 80 into, this is 5 hours 15 minutes, right? Convert the units. 15 minutes must be converted into hours. So how will you convert it into hours? 15 minutes, right? To convert it into hours, you have to divide it by 60, right? So this 1 by 4 hours. 15 minutes is nothing but 1 by 4 hours. So 5 hours 15 minutes can be written as what? 5 1 by 4 hours. So this is a mixed fraction. I suppose you know how to solve a mixed fraction. 5 1 by 4, right? We are supposed to multiply it here, add it here. So 5 fours are 20 plus 1, it is 21 by 4 hours. Alright. So the time 80 into the time is 21 by 4. So it gets cancelled. So it is 20 into 21, which is 420 kilometer. This is going to be our distance. So this is the answer for this question. So simple, right? So if you know the x average formula, directly you can, just 4 steps and you arrive at the answer, right? So see you in the next module. So let's consider a question which has the implication of both of these, okay? So suppose you just read a question and try to apply both of these automatically, okay? So let's consider this question. Harini walks first half distance from her office to home at a speed of 5 km per hour. For exactly half the remaining time, she travels 15 km per hour by train and the rest of the time by 20 km per hour by bus. Find the time taken to reach her home if the distance between home and office is given to be 100 km. The question is given, try to write it down practically, okay? Let's draw a diagram. So right now, Harini walks first half the distance, alright? So let this be d by 2. Let this be d by 2, okay? This is the office and this is her home, alright? Home. So she covers the first half the distance from her office to home at a speed of 5 km per hour, alright? Fine. Second statement. For exactly half the remaining time, she travels at 15 km. So, for the other half of the distance, this is given by the second statement. Alright? It is given that for exactly half the remaining time, the distance d by 2, right? For that, you have to look at this statement. For exactly half the remaining time, it's no longer distance. So, this is t by 2. This is t by 2. She covers by train at a speed of 15 km per hour and the other by bus at 20 km per hour. Alright, so for equal time interval, what is the formula? S average is equal to S1 plus S2 by 2, right? So it is 15 plus 20 by 2. 15 plus 20 by 2. 35 by 2. So when you get something in fraction, keep it as a fraction because we have a lot more calculations to do, so just keep it as a fraction. So 35 by 2. So right now that 35 by 2 is going to be present here, right? So the remaining half of the distance is covered at a speed of 35 km per hour. First half is given as 5. The second half we derived it to be as 35 by 2 km per hour. So now equal distance is present. So find the S average for equal distance. How will you calculate equal distance? It is 1 by n into 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2 plus so on till 1 by Sn, the whole inverse, right? So what is n here? 2 parts. So it is 2 into 1 by 5 plus 2 by 35, the whole inverse. So I can multiply by 7. So what do you get? 2 into 9 by 35. So I can rewrite it as 2 into 35 by 9, which is 70 by 9 km per hour. This is what? The entire speed average for the given scenario. They have asked us to calculate the time taken to reach her home if the distance between the home and office is known to be 100 km. Simple question, right? Speed is equal to distance by time. So they are asking us to find the time, which is distance by speed. Speed average for the given scenario. So distance is known to be as 100 km. The speed average we found it to be as 70 by 9. So it is nothing but 900 divided by 70, which is 90 by 7 hours. This is the time taken to reach home. You can simplify it based on the options that's actually given. But this is the whole point, you know. So given this scenario, try to calculate the S average so that you can easily find the answer. Alright, I hope you can solve things like this. Try to solve a few more questions so that you can excel in whatever you are actually doing. So see you in the next module.